Zambia's 2012 AFCON win wasn't just about a victory, it served as a tribute to the tragedy that involved the deaths of nearly the entire Zambian national team in a 1993 plane crash. On April 27th of 1993, the Zambian national team was flying to a scheduled FIFA World Cup qualifier against Senegal in Dakar. The aircraft had 3 scheduled fuel stops, and one of those was in Gabon. However, it tragically crashed into the Atlantic Ocean shortly after taking off in Libreville. The remains of only 24 out of the 30 total passengers would be found, and that included 18 players, coaches, officials, and crew members. The Zambian government has never released a report into what exactly happened during the flight, but in 2003, Gabonese authorities concluded that the crash was likely caused by pilot error, specifically in shutting down the wrong functioning plane engine when it was actually the plane's left engine that stopped working almost immediately after takeoff. They concluded that the pilot shut down the right-hand engine by mistake, likely tired from the journey from Mauritius the day prior. Over 100,000 Zambians gathered in Lusaka for a funeral service, and the players were laid to rest at the Heroes Acre Memorial just north of their home Independence Stadium. Now, almost 2 months after the funerals, while Zambia's Football Federation drew up a squad in time for the final World Cup qualifier and surprised everyone with a 2-1 win against Morocco in July, they ultimately fell short in a second leg match in October of the same year. But then again, against the odds, they made it to the 1994 AFCON final against Nigeria, but were ultimately defeated and finished third. So in just less than a year, Zambia suffered the tragic loss of their team, rebuilt another, and came incredibly close to playing in the World Cup and becoming AFCON champions. But in the years following, Zambian football basically lived in the shadow of this story until 2012. AFCON was being co-hosted in both Equatorial Guinea and Gabon. At that point in time, Zambia's team was widely considered as underdogs. They didn't have many star international players, and their coach was yet to secure a trophy a decade into the field. Yet once again, nearly 19 years after the crash, Zambia defied expectations, making it all the way to the final alongside Cote d'Ivoire. The match was set to occur at Stade de Ngongé in Libreville, Gabon, less than 10 miles away from where the 1993 team had passed. Prior to the final, the team had only played matches in Equatorial Guinea. So when they touched down in Gabon, one of the first things the team did was visit the site of the crash to pay tribute and honor the fallen players whose lives were lost just 2 decades prior. The match itself was tense and scoreless. For 120 minutes, neither Zambia nor Cote d'Ivoire could break through, resulting in a penalty shootout. Both sides met up to their first 7 penalties, then both missed their 8th. It wasn't until Zambia's Tapila Sunzu's final penalty score that Zambia had won its first ever Africa Cup of Nations title, solidifying the match as not only a victory,